Hello, we hear you're interested in UBC Sauder and the Master of Management. We've pulled together a list of commonly asked questions from incoming MM students, and we'll be answering them to help you get familiar with UBC, Sauder, the MM Program and Vancouver. Before we start, we'll take a moment to introduce ourselves and let you know exactly what we do for the MM and how we can help you. My name is Kevin, and I'm a Recruitment and Admissions Manager here at the Robert H. Lee Graduate School. While I help recruit for the different programs we have an offering here, the primary program I look over is the Master of Management, or the MM. I'll be here to help you through the recruitment and admissions process. That means I'll be one of the people who may conduct your interviews, review your application video, and hand you off to our admissions team, who will collect your documents and help do the back-end administration work. When a student is admitted into our program, I hand them over to our specific student experience team.
And I'm Rebekah Chodum. I'll be your MM Program Manager, part of the Student Experience team. As the manager, I'll be here for the entirety of your program, the months leading up to the start of the program, and always here for support when you become a UBC Sauder alum.
So what is the UBC Master of Management? The UBC Master of Management, or the MM, is a 9-month program that gives non-business graduates with limited working experience the skills they need to gain an edge in the job market. You gain practical knowledge in areas such as accounting, strategy, marketing, finance, and combine that with knowledge from your bachelor's degree. Our program also provides students with a consulting experience with a nonprofit or a social enterprise, and every student will get one-on-one career coaching, so you'll gain the understanding of what employers are looking for. All the faces you see here are alumni of our program and have gone on to have amazing careers in sustainability, engineering, design, tech, healthcare, and more. You'll develop skills and strategies you can use to jumpstart your career in business, in your field of study, or to run your own company. With the knowledge of business fundamentals, the consulting experience on your resume, and the expertise of our career coaches, you'll have found success in a variety of industries and fields. But what is it really like to be a student? I'll pass it off now to Rebekah, who will talk about her role and how it relates to the MM student experience. Rebekah?
Thanks, Kevin. You might be wondering what a program manager is and just how we'll be working together. So here's a rundown of what I do for you once you're a confirmed and admitted student. You'll first start hearing from me via onboarding emails that we send out to help prepare you for the start of the program. Please read them. They contain tons of useful information that will help you hit the ground running when you start your program here. While you're preparing yourself for the start of the MM program, we're busy doing the same preparations here at Sauder. Myself and the rest of the Student Experience team will be planning your orientation week, community building events, class schedule, program schedule, community business project, student executive, and more. We'll be doing everything we can to ensure that your time here is the best it can be. Once you begin the program, I'll be one of your 2 key contacts at the Robert H. Lee Graduate School. If you have any concerns about courses, instructors, your cohort, yourself, or just want to chat, my door is always open. I love hearing from students directly on how the program is going, whether it's positive or negative, though of course we prefer to hear about your triumphs. I act as your academic advisor, but also program advisor to ensure that if issues arise during the program, we can address them immediately to enact change. But I'll need your help to know how things are going, so don't be shy and come visit. Your other key contact at the Robert H. Lee Graduate School, or the RHL as we call it, is Margot Fraser. She's your MM Program Assistant, and she does all the behind-the-scenes administration for the program. She'll be registering you in all your classes, so you don't have to worry about that. She'll also be answering your query emails in the Ask MM email inbox. She organizes student events and goes above and beyond to order you the best catering. And she'll be sending regular communications to you with important reminders, action items, and exciting opportunities. So that, in a nutshell, is what the Student Experience team does for you. The key thing to remember is that we're here for you. We have set up a ton of resources for you online on the MM program site and are always here by email, phone, or in-person chats.
Thanks, Rebekah. So let's say that you're in the MM program. You've done your GMAT or your GRE, you submitted your application, you've done your interview, got your references in, and now you're an admitted student. So what would you say students need to pay particular attention to when they're starting the program?
Great question. So as you're preparing to start the program, once you've been admitted and you're waiting for opening week, I would say a key thing to do is pay attention to the program site. Review all the documents there and resources that we've provided, and pay particular attention to program schedules, the course outlines, and your opening week schedule.
Cool. So a lot of times we also hear this thing about academic prep. If you could maybe let us know, what is this academic prep for MM students?
Of course. So this is an optional resource that we've compiled with the help of your instructors. And it covers topics that will be covered within the MM courses as a refresher. There is a lot of content here, so scan through and pay closer attention to any areas that you are unfamiliar with or where you might need an extra refresher.
Great. Now, of course, students are coming from around the world and all throughout Canada to join this program. As they're coming in, they're going to get to know these people very well, but how will students connect with each other before the program starts?
Well, there's a few ways to connect before the program starts. First, before you all arrive to Vancouver, I encourage you to use the Facebook group as a way of connecting. Once you are in Vancouver, I encourage you to set up social activities before the program starts. We'll also be holding a few coffee chats in the summer, which are a great opportunity to meet your classmates and us. I can't stress enough how important it is to create that community with your classmates before, during, and after the program. They're your resource, support, and friends for the 9 months you're here. Make the most of these connections.
And yeah, definitely when we're talking about these connections, that global network really does start in the first day of class among your classmates. Now, speaking of class, what is the workload like for students?
Well, there's no underestimating the workload here. It is a lot. As you know, you're going to have 5 periods throughout the program, each of which will have at least 4 topics. So it's going to be intense. We recommend that you don't overcommit yourself to extracurricular activities and anticipate being very busy for the next 9 months.
And on that topic about being super busy during those 9 months, what advice do you give to students about time management?
Well, time management is key for success in the MM program. Do whatever you can to prepare yourself, set aside time every week to plan ahead, anticipate deadlines, and keep space in your calendars for group work and homework.
Great, cool. So I do have a couple of frequently asked questions that we normally get, and I thought I'd run them by you. So Rebekah, how will students register for courses? When do they do this? How do they do this?
This is an easy one. You don't have to worry about course registration. We do all of that for you. There's a set curriculum for the MM program, so you just show up when we tell you to.
Great. On that note also, what is the schedule and when will students get it?
The schedule should be ready for you in a couple of months. We're just making our finalizations there. We'll post it on the student program site for your MM class of 2020, and you'll be able to review every period schedule there.
Cool. Now, on those days where it is quite busy, sometimes you need a place to maybe store your belongings or store anything that you might have on you that you don't need to carry from class to class. What is this about a locker and how do you get one?
So we have a limited number of lockers here available to students. So if you're interested, submit your request to Margot once you're in the program, and she'll assign a locker accordingly. Now, if we have a lot of requests, you may end up having to share. That's just a great way to make friends.
Great. Well, you know what? I want to thank Rebekah so much for her time today and helping give some insight into the student experience. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here, Rebekah. And hopefully today, students, if you are listening, you will walk away with some clarity into what it's like to actually be an MM student. And next up in our series, we will do an interview with one of our current students. Now, further information about our program can be found on our website at sauder.ubc.ca/mm. If you do have any further questions that cannot be answered by our website, whether it's about admissions, the MM program, or other things, don't hesitate to send them to us at mm@sauder.ubc.ca. Or you can also contact me one-on-one at kevin.ly@sauder.ubc.ca. And last but not least, as you probably know, our deadline is coming quite quickly, especially if you're an international candidate, you'll want to start an application soon, or continue your application at sauder.ubc.ca/mm. Thank you so much today, and hopefully you'll be able to join us for our next part in our series.